Do you? Think again. Give me the next 5 minutes. I'm going to show you how ongoing negative behavior from you as the father can have lasting long-term effects on your relationship with both your family and your children, and have a big, huge emotional effect on your own well-being. First, I'm Mark D. I hope to be your favorite dad strategist. I help angry dads become rad dads. And if you think to yourself, I'm not an angry dad, keep watching for a moment, because angry dads aren't just Homer choking out Bart. It doesn't have to even include yelling. It can include lack of focus, isolation, feeling not worthy, any kind of inner critic, lack of communication, shutting down, not being able to be present with your kids. There is a wide spectrum that might help you realize you're included in the angry dad group. It's okay. No judgment here. As I said, if you let me have the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you some little known facts about how this kind of undertone behavior can really have long-term effects on your family. So stick around, please. So let's get going here. The first little known fact about undermining or undertoned negative behavior for dads is the hidden impact. So let's talk about how the impact that is hidden can have negative behavior. Even if your family says that they understand, prolonged negative behavior can create underlying stress and emotional strains. Research shows that ongoing stress in family dynamics can lead to long-term emotional issues, including anxiety and depression. And when we think about stress, we often consider immediate visible reactions that we have: frustration, irritability, or as I said, yelling is sometimes exactly what people think about as stress. But it can have a true impact that runs really deep. Continuous exposure to negative behavior can lead to a buildup of emotional stress. Family members might start feeling constantly on edge or walking on eggshells to avoid triggering that negative behavior. If you're really stressed out when you come home from work, and to be honest, this is hard for me to say, but I can see this on my eldest, constant negative feedback because you are lashing out because of your stress or because of your inner critic, trying to be a control freak. This kind of stuff can have a compounding effect for your kids. It can lead to chronic anxiety, even depressive symptoms. It's really important to recognize these hidden effects to understand the full scope of the impact that your behavior can have on your loved ones. I know it's tough to look at ourselves, but again, no judgment here at MF.Dads. We're here to be better. We're here to be there for each other. It's not about judgment or blame. It's about constant, persistent effort into the better you as a dad. So let's look at bullet number 2, secret, hidden, underlying tone. The thing that you probably don't know that will help you recognize your negative behaviors having its impact. It's the experts' insights. Let's hear about what the experts have to say a little bit. Family therapists often emphasize that while families may try to be supportive, they're not immune to emotional toll of continuous negativity. Experts' opinions suggest that addressing these issues early can prevent deeper emotional scars and improve overall family health. So again, these underlying tones, these might be things like shutting down, and sometimes it's not with bad intention. I know that I've been known to shut down and not say or respond to something because I realize I'm about to react. And sometimes shutting down can be just as bad as reacting. They all have their negative effects, and that's why it's really important that we become aware of this and take a look at ourselves with this. Therapists like Dr. John Gottman has conducted extensive research on family dynamics and stress. He suggests that even well-meaning family members can suffer emotional harm when exposed to ongoing negative behavior. Dr. Gottman's studies indicate that children in particular are highly sensitive to their parents' emotional state. They can internalize negative behaviors that come towards them, leading to issues like low self-esteem, difficulty forming healthy relationships in the future. And addressing these behaviors early, again, is crucial in breaking the cycle and fostering a positive support in your home environment. So if you might be able to recognize your inability to connect with your children, if they kind of want to be around you, but maybe they choose mom over you, which is fine as well. That just happens sometimes, even if you're not doing anything. But it's really important for us to kind of look at ourselves and be able to see the possibility that this is happening. So let's look at bullet number 3 that you may not have thought of. There's real life situations where this has happened and it's gone well. I want to talk about the privilege I had to work with a dad I know. His name is Daniel. And initially, he thought his family and him were fine, and his behavior wasn't that bad. He certainly was not an abrupt, loud, or like explosive father. Over time, he realized that addressing his issues led to better communication, stronger relationships, and a happier home environment. For instance, he noticed a significant improvement in the connection he had with himself, which is actually going to maybe be a surprise to you. Because when you're not willing to kind of look at what your reactions are internally, or maybe you're the kind of dad that doesn't feel worthy, or maybe you're the kind of dad that has constant inner critic where you're beating yourself up over some decision you made and you're kind of feeling like, why the hell did I do that? And that can be really, really taxing on us. And as we slowly get burdened on that, we start to feel isolated and disconnected, and then some negative behaviors can bubble up to the surface. So it's really important, just like Daniel in my group, to recognize that something's going on. He actually quoted later that I wasn't somebody who was willing to open up very often, and I thought this would be a scary process. Turned out it wasn't a scary process. It was very accessible and easy to do, and it really just was about me taking the consistency to take action on a daily basis. And to be quite honest, that's what our program is all about. It is about consistent and long-term changes. Daniel's story is a really powerful testament to the positive ripple effect that addressing your personal behavior can have on your entire family. But most of all, the men that go through the MF.Dads boot camp, they feel lighter and they feel better about themselves, and they're able to navigate their inner critic and their self-sabotage better. So there's 3 simple facts that may help you understand why addressing even small negative behaviors can be really beneficial to your family. Remember, while your family may be sympathetic, ongoing negative behavior can have long-term effects that might not be immediately visible. But by recognizing and addressing these issues, you can create a healthier, happier environment for everyone. So listen, if you're ready to take the steps towards understanding, improving your family dynamics, I want you to click the link in the little brain fart there. I want you to click the link in the video bio there, in the video description, and you're going to learn more about our boot camp. So let's work together to ensure your family's long-term well-being is there. I want to say high fives and dad vibes here from MF.Dads and Mark D. I know you got this, Dad. Let's do it.